Everybody, this is Coach Dave Schwartz, and this is Netta Ulaby from NPR Radio, and we almost have a private track here at Santa Monica College. There's the garage that wasn't here when I taught here in the late 90s. Here's a new building they're constructing. That's where they play basketball, and you see the almost empty track. Nobody doing stairs in the bleachers. And of course, Coach Schwartz. In his hand are some boxing trivia questions for yours truly. And Dave, I have not looked at those. We have not discussed these at all. Okay, I'm going to try to skip some rope. Everybody, bear with me. It's been a long weekend, and I am tired, but I'm going to give it my best. And or maybe Netta, you're going to be.
Yeah.
She's going to be our director. And Netta, you see here we have questions. Doug, we need some jumping jack jumps on the rope today. No way. This is Equipo de Dinero. No, man, I ain't feeling it. I'm not feeling that athletic. Even though I got my Lucky Dr. Clapper t-shirt on and the matching track shoes. But I'm gonna
get closer.
Oh, you know
Dave.
what? The jump rope matches. You look good, you feel good, right?
Your shoes and your shirt.
Yeah, I'm gonna add some coloring to my hair next time.
And these people might not know who Dr. Clapper is, but he's Dr. Robert Clapper, head of orthopedic surgery at Cedar Sinai in West Hollywood, and he has a radio show on ESPN every Saturday from 7 to 9. The guy is a genius, total genius. He's great, but he can't answer questions while jumping rope.
I don't know.
And so we do want to welcome you to July Gloom. Officially this year. We have June Gloom, which we're famous for, but this year it's in July Gloom.
Hey, I'm not complaining.
Which
Dave,
is
tell them
great.
what we've run so far.
We ran about 800s, and then we ran a very fast 300.
Yep, sub 70 seconds, and Dave is 80.
First question.
And he pushed the pace. What's the question?
If no Vargas versus Brooke likelihood, we get Brooke versus Thurman. Also, looking good, boys.
Oh, thank you. But I think Kell Brook versus Jesse Vargas is going to happen, and that's a title unification bout at 147 pounds. Great fight for both fighters, and I favor Kell Brook. I think he's the best welterweight in the world. I think Brook versus Thurman is possible. Definitely will not happen this year unless Brook Vargas falls out, and I think that's a sensational matchup. I slightly favor Brook in that one. I'm a big Keith Thurman guy. I'm a big Keith Thurman fan.
What about a Schwartz-Guerrero rematch?
Ooh!
Yeah, he won't fight me. After I fought him, he didn't fight for a year. I put him on the shelf. When I bump into him, he doesn't even want to look at me.
Oh, get out of here!
Yeah, no, he's a great guy.
Guerrero's a great guy.
Trying to
And
get
by the way, one of the great overachievers of the last 15 years. He got every ounce of his talent. He got a lot got more out of his talent and ability than 99% of the fighters who were more naturally gifted.
And he made a lot of money, too.
Yeah.
Tell
that's part of
Blood.
the equation.
Yeah.
Tell Blood I said, what up? Swoop.
What was that?
Sorry, the question went away. Sorry, commentator.
All right, Dave, you got some questions?
Yeah, so
for me?
I have questions. Doug's been amazing the last few weeks. I started doing the same routine. I wanted a list of the WBC light heavyweight champions from present backwards.
Right now it's Adonis Stevenson, and Adonis Stevenson won that title as well as the Ring Magazine title and lineal recognition from Chad Dawson, who he knocked out in one round. And Dawson was coming off of a 10th round stoppage to Andre Ward, which he foolishly went down to super middleweight to engage in. Chad Dawson won the title from Bernard Hopkins. And Bernard Hopkins, who did he win the title from? Bernard Hopkins won the title from, let me think. Who did Bernard Hopkins?
Canada?
Yeah, Bernard Hopkins won it from Jean Pascal. That was in, I think, May of 2011. And he broke the record for oldest man to win a world title in boxing.
Well, you're right. May what?
I don't know the exact date. It was May 2011,
That's
though,
very
right?
good. You're exactly.
Yeah, and Jean Pascal had won the title from Chad Dawson. And Chad Dawson had won the title. It may have even been a vacant title from Tomas Adamek.
Okay, I have to show you this because you've got a very...
Cut him off and tell him I said, blood, what up, swoohoop? Did I read that right? Do you think
that's what I've been seeing.
I don't know. I don't know.
You're leaving us a little baffled.
Yeah, so the lineage kind of started with that fight. I don't know. I don't remember who vacated that WBC title that Chad Dawson and Adamek
someone was
fought
stripped.
for. Somebody must have been stripped. Okay, and that's going back a ways. Who held it before Chad Dawson?
And the guy who got stripped won by this incredible knockout when he won the title.
Huh.
Against.
I'm forgetting. Who the heck held the WBC title prior to Chad Dawson winning it? Now, I remember Adamek fought this guy from Australia a couple times. Really good fights. Adamek won both fights, I think. Was it Paul Briggs?
The guy who was stripped is an announcer who's still fighting.
Huh. Oh, okay. It's got to be, gosh, was it Roy Jones Jr.?
No, that's who this guy knocked out.
Oh, yeah. Gosh, Antonio Tarver. Yeah, Tarver. Tarver won that belt by knocking out Roy Jones Jr. And that must have been 2005. Yeah. Or maybe 2004. Yeah, because
2004.
What
month was that in?
I went to that fight, and Josephine was a kid. She wasn't even 1 year old. I'm sorry. What was your question, Dave?
What month was that in?
What month was
2004.
the first or the second fight?
Well, I can't. That's a tough question.
I don't know. I don't
Do you remember that knockout though? Was that incredible?
Yeah, I was there.
You're being told to keep jumping.
What was that?
Keep jumping.
Oh, keep jumping.
No breaks.
No breaks.
And Tarver had been practicing that punch.
Yeah. Tarver was training with Buddy McGirt at the time, and McGirt was sort of an early Roy Jones critic. You know, definitely recognized Roy Jones' otherworldly talent and athleticism, but saw a lot of flaws in his technique and his form. He never had the size, you know, to challenge Jones, but I know he always felt that, you know, a well-schooled boxer could clip him, and he proved that with Antonio Tarver, and that was a huge upset. I don't think Tarver gets enough credit for it. Roy Jones held that title for quite some time. He actually abdicated those belts when he went up to fight John Ruiz in early 2003, I think. And that's what led to the first bout between Roy Jones and Tarver. He was winning back his light heavyweight titles, and he held three of the four major titles. And there was some controversy when he first got the belt. He was basically awarded the belt from the WBC, but the WBC basically recognized him as their champion after he knocked out Montel Griffin in one round in their rematch. But the WBC, prior to that, had staged a fight for the vacant title between Graziani, Roshigiani, and Michael Nunn. And Roshigiani won the fight, and he won the belt, but then the WBA just gave the belt to Roy, and he sued them for $30 million, and he won. And he almost put the WBC out of business. Almost put the Mexico City-based sanctioning organization into bankruptcy. They settled somehow, but they had to cough up a lot of cash.
Dave, you've gotten a shout out from one of your friends. And thanks, Larry. I appreciate it.
How am I doing, Larry? I'm picking it up.
Looking good.
Look at that. Is that good?
Now,
I'm going to give you the poll.
Before Roy Jones was awarded the belt. Gosh,
Okay, next question.
I don't know. You got a question?
We got a question.
Oh, Southpaw.
You're being told what's up, Dave?
Oh, I am.
Yes, you are.
By whom?
Hey, Dave. Dave's going to skip some
By
rock
fan.
for us.
By whom?
By fan.
Oh, fan. Okay.
All right, now, here we go. Pac versus Bronner is a setup for the winner to fight Mayweather next year. Say yes or no.
Yes. Absolutely. That makes a lot of sense. I don't like the thought of Mayweather-Pacquiao too, but I don't blame him for trying to get it done.
It's going to happen for sure.
With the amount of money that's to be made, who knows? It can't be any worse of a fight. And maybe if both guys are really old and faded, they have no choice but to fight. That happens in boxing sometimes.
Chris Bird.
Right? Chris Bird became a lot of fun when we slowed down. And the rematch between Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns happened 8 years after the first bout, and it was a tremendous super middleweight bout. But sometimes you wait too long for a rematch, like Bernard Hopkins and Roy Jones Jr., and I don't even know what that was.
Some disagreement from your fans here. That will only happen on PS24.
Well, yes. Oh, well, I hope he's right. From his lips to God's ears. I don't want Mayweather to come back, period. I don't really want Pacquiao to come back, but if he does come back, I kind of like a fight with Adrian Broner. It's kind of fun.
No, because he'll probably win.
It's a winnable fight.
Yeah.
Broner will be dangerous.
It's going to be a big money fight.
Be a fun promotion.
Yeah. It'll be good. I like that fight.
One thing about Adrian Broner, I think he's got a lot of heart. I think he's tough.
He's got some talent too.
Oh, he definitely has talent. His discipline in making weight isn't always there.
And in life.
Well, yeah, it's part of what makes him kind of interesting and polarizing. And his technique has some holes, but he's tough. Gosh,
I wonder how many kids he has now. He got 6, I think.
he wonders the same thing.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. He can't believe it when people say this many.
Does the PBC throw Garcia to Spence after the Berto fight to avoid giving him to Thurman or Porter?
Throw Garcia to Spence?
Yeah, after the Berto fight.
No, I don't think so. No, they're the same weight. Errol Spence Jr. and Danny Garcia are welterweights. Garcia's
Danny
unbeaten.
Garcia.
Yeah. No, I don't know about that. Jeez, I don't see Papa Garcia wanting that fight unless Spence grows a little bit more in stature. I think Al Heyman will have to get Spence a belt before he can make a big fight with Danny Garcia, because Danny Garcia and his father are a shrewd duo. They will take risks, but only for the right money and for under the right circumstances. Otherwise, they're going to be really careful. And they're pretty open with that. They're in this for the money.
Too.
You can't blame them, yeah.
There's another question en route, but we haven't gotten it yet. Okay. Ask the question.
All right.
Do you think Brooke Vargas will happen?
I do. I absolutely think that fight will happen. In part because Vargas won't ask for too much money, and he's willing to travel to Sheffield, England. And why not? And I think it's a tremendous fight. And I like both guys a lot.
Ask the question and I'll pass it along.
Who trains Vargas?
I forget. He's got a new guy.
Oh, he has a new guy that wasn't real good.
With the braids.
Yeah.
Here, Dave.
Wait, does he
You
have
wound
Salih? Does he have Salih?
That same guy's got some other people. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to try this. Nothing like
Yeah.
that, but,
No.
but we just.
Who wins? Vargas will receive $1.5 million.
You want to ask me the question? Well, let me roll.
Who wins? Vargas will receive $1.5 million.
Wait, is that somebody named who wins?
No.
Oh, he just asked who wins.
Yeah.
I think Dave favors Brooke.
Oh, I don't like Brook that much for some reason. I'm the only guy. I think.
You think Thurman is better?
I think Thurman beats him.
Yeah, I'm not mad at you for that.
My only gauge is the fight with Porter, which is a really close fight.
Well, they both had close fights with Porter.
Yeah.
So.
I sort of like Thurman in that fight. For some reason, Brook's not fighting.
And he hasn't been as active as he should be. And not active against a high enough level of competition, which is why there are more than a few UK fans who are sour on him.
Can you throw up the big B's for the hood?
The what?
You've got this guy.
Ask Blood, can they throw up the big B's for the hood? Doug, do you think Triple G versus the winner of Ward versus Kovalev happens before Triple G versus Canelo? No. I definitely think Triple G versus Canelo happens first. But I do think that, particularly if Andre Ward beats Sergey Kovalev, I do think there's a very good chance that the next big super fight will be Gennady Golovkin versus Andre Ward at a 168-pound catch weight. And I think that'll be a sensational fight and an amazing event. But I don't think that happens in 2017. I think that happens in 2018.
So do you think Ward could beat Kovalev?
Yeah, I view that as a 50-50 fight. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but I favor Kovalev in that fight. And I think he does it by boxing.
Do you think?
I think he boxes a disciplined fight, and he keeps the fight on the outside.
He has to.
Yeah. I think Ward's best chance is to get on the inside and smother Kovalev's punches and hurt him with uppercuts and bang his body. I really do. And Ward's done that before. He did that with Mikkel Kessler. He did that with Alan Green. And he just got in there. He negated the space. He was a bully. He was a bit of a billy goat. He pushed him up against the ropes, and he outworked him. He roughed him up, basically.
And he
did what Bernard Hopkins often did.
But do you think he still has it physically?
No.
That he can do
I don't know. It's inconclusive. And I'm not going to learn anything more from him fighting Alexander Brand either.
Right.
But I'm fine with him taking that fight.
Just to get in shape.
Yeah, he just needs another fight. And he needs to knock off some rust. He needs to be sharp, and I understand. And I'm looking forward for November. But I don't see this as a boxer versus puncher matchup. I see it as a boxer versus boxer matchup. And I view Kovalev as a powerful outside boxer. He's good from a distance. And I view Ward as more of the inside technician.
Okay, here's your next boxing question. I think we're answering boxing questions. Okay. Is Khan scared to fight Brook?
No, I don't think Amir Khan is afraid to fight anybody. I think the holdup with Khan Brook is all about egos. It's all about who is the A side, who is the attraction, who is the star in that promotion. And obviously Brook, being an undefeated champion, he's like, come on, it's me. And, we'll both make a lot of money, let's fight. And Khan's like, get out of here, Brook. I've been on the scene for 10 plus years, and I'm known on both sides of the pond. I've been in the big fights. I'm the star. I get the lion's share, and it's that kind of thing. It's a pissing contest.
But who wins?
And Dave agrees with Khan, so there you go.
Who wins?
Kell Brook. Late stoppage. I'm a big Kell Brook guy. I like Special K. But he's got to get moving on the significant fights, though. There ain't no doubt about that.
Crawford versus Pistol, who wins, and where do they go afterwards?
Ooh, that's a good fight. I don't know if it's going to be an entertaining fight. That happens later this month in Las Vegas, and it's for the Ring Magazine Junior Welterweight Championship of the World. I like Terrence Bud Crawford. I just think he's got a little bit more in his toolbox. He's a more versatile fighter. But Postol is like a junior welterweight Klitschko. He's very good at what he does. It's not always fun to watch, but he's a very good stick and move boxer and a very good technician. And he's tougher than he looks. And later in the fight, he has more power than he appears to have. And so it's a difficult style for Taylor, but I mean, it's not Taylor, for Crawford, but I like Crawford by late stoppage.
And who does he fight next if he wins?
Crawford might step up to welterweight and toss his hat into that arena, and maybe he gets the winner of Pacquiao Broner. I think if Broner beats Pacquiao, definitely the PBC makes Mayweather Broner, because it's an easy fight for Mayweather, and it's a marketable fight. But if Pacquiao wins and Bob's not able to work out a deal with Heyman and Mayweather, I think his plan B is to put Pacquiao in the ring with Terrence Crawford. And then it's a passing of the torch. Bob Arum's old star passes the torch to the new star. And I would favor Crawford to beat Manny Pacquiao. And Dave agrees with me, right, Dave?
Totally.
And we're always wrong about Manny Pacquiao. Yeah. Especially when he's fighting Tim Bradley. And hey, there's something. That's a fight. Timothy Bradley versus Terrence Crawford at welterweight. That's a fight that can be made.
You're always wrong. I'm always wrong, except when he fought
Oscar De La Hoya?
Oscar.
Mikey, sorry.
I got to send you an old TNR link before that fight with Steve and I talking about it. It's great.
Mikey Garcia, where do you think he should go with his opponents?
You know, he hasn't fought in like 2.5 years or something. He's got to get his feet wet, got to knock off some rust. I think he fights 1 or 2 fights at 140 against mid-level opposition. And then I think he gets down to lightweight, which is 135 pounds. And he fights the best available competition at lightweight. And if he's feeling it, if he's feeling good, he wins those fights. There's good fights for Mikey at 135, I think. I can't think of. There might be some politics for him fighting, Jorge Linares or whatever, but I think there's some fights out there for him. Maybe he could fight Anthony Corolla if Corolla beats Linares, or maybe he can fight that Zatlatican guy, Dejan Zatlatican. I don't know, but I think he wants to be a 3-division champion, and he wants to do it in successive weight classes. So, featherweight, junior lightweight, and his next division is lightweight. And I think he gets there in like 2 fights.
Vasyl versus Gamboa.
Gamboa. That's an awesome fight. He's talking Vasyl Lomachenko.
Sorry.
Who's an amazing Ukrainian boxer, one of the greatest amateurs of all time, against a Cuban Olympic gold medalist and an amazing super athletic talent, Yuriorkis Gamboa. I like Lomachenko for the same reason I favored Terrence Crawford to beat Gamboa. He's got better fundamentals. But Gamboa is always dangerous because he's so dynamic, he's so athletic, he's so explosive, and he does know his way around the ring. So if that fight happens, oh my gosh, that's a lot of talent in the ring, right? I mean, and at 130, which is more natural for Gamboa, oh man. And hey, that's a fight I would love to see Mikey Garcia. If Mikey Garcia can get down to 135, I'd love to see Garcia versus Gamboa. And again, I would favor Mikey Garcia because he's the better technician. He's a counterpuncher, so that aggressiveness from Gamboa might work against him, might work against the Cuban. But I like the fundamentals of a Mikey Garcia or a Vasyl Lomachenko over the sheer talent and athleticism of Yuriorkis Gamboa. But I think those are good matchups.
I don't give Gamboa a chance in either one of those fights.
But it'll be fun while it lasts.
They'll be great fights.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have to go. We've been here a long time. We really thank you for watching. We want to wish Tom Loeffler happy birthday.
Happy 50th, Tom,
yeah,
you old man.
July 5th. We want to wish Lily Chandler a birthday on the 10th.
Happy birthday, Lily.
10th of July. And we want to thank Netta Ulaby for being our director, our producer, our camera.
I think we're going to be really
It was my pleasure.
pleasantly surprised by her camera work.
And we're gonna
I can tell.
We're going to miss you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Netta's
I'll
leaving
miss you
in a
guys.
couple. Netta lives in Washington, D.C. You can watch her on listen to her on NPR. She's incredible. And she's a really, really good runner. Really good runner.
No doubt. We got to check out her
Anyway,
rope skipping skills, though.
thanks for watching, and
not so
all
good.
have a great week, and we'll see you next week.
You know how to start, turn it off? I think you swipe down. Swipe down.
You guys are such pros. It's good
Why,
to watch.
thank you. I'm having